theft of copper cable is on the rise across the country and around the world. As the global demand for the product is rising, the problem is escalating. Nationwide, utilities report a loss of around $1 billion a year due to copper theft. The benefits are endless with proof-positive copper. When switching to proof-positive copper, no operational changes are needed in installation, training, or equipment. Utilities now have a way to prove rightful ownership of their stolen wire. Recyclers have a way to catch thieves at the point of sale, and law enforcement has a way to make prosecutions stick. Along with reducing theft, proof-positive copper solves a variety of needs for utilities, recyclers, law enforcement agencies, and other constituents affected by copper theft. When copper grounding is removed from substations, it poses a serious safety risk for utility employees and the public, and replacement of the wire is often extremely costly for utilities. Often, when stolen copper is recovered, a utility can identify the copper, but cannot prove ownership beyond a shadow of a doubt due to lack of hard evidence. That's where proof-positive copper makes a difference. Southwire's proof-positive copper is manufactured with one tin-coated candy stripe outer strand and a tin-coated center strand to visually identify it as theft-deterrent wire for both recyclers and thieves. The center strand is laser-etched with unique Trace ID codes, which tie to ownership data stored in an online database to prove ownership. Here's how it works. Step 1. The utility places an order for a reel of proof-positive copper. Step 2. During the manufacturing process, the license code, a unique serial number, and website URL are laser-etched on the center strand of every foot of proof-positive copper. Step 3. When the reel is ready to ship from Southwire to the utility, the license code, serial numbers, and purchasing information are stored in Southwire's proprietary software to identify the rightful owner of each foot of cable sold. Step 4. The utility receives and installs proof-positive copper as they would any standard bare copper conductor. Step 5. If copper is later stolen from the utility, it will likely turn up at a recycler. The recycler, who is familiar with Southwire's proof-positive copper, instantly recognizes the tin-coated outer wire strand and then enters the license code number and serial number into www.2idcu.com to determine the rightful owner. Step 6. The wire is confirmed not to be the property of the thief. Law enforcement is notified, the thief is prosecuted, and the utility's loss prevention team and local law enforcement can close cases. A huge benefit. This removes one more criminal from the streets.
There are a lot of products out there that focus on the deterrent side of the product, making it harder to steal. But the problem is, once the cable's stolen, it's gone. Or once it's damaged, it's gone. But you need some way of tracing it from the recycler once it gets there back to your original customer so that they can prosecute and so that they can stop the culture or stop that culture of theft from happening. Proof-positive copper allows us to offer our customers a premium product which really truly meets their needs. Without proof-positive copper, a utility is left to find the cable and not really have much evidence or much traceability back to ownership or their own ownership of the cable. Proof-positive allows them to positively identify the owner of the cable and in most cases get a conviction for a felony, which before the best they could do was a misdemeanor.
Other copper theft deterrent products on the market today focus only on deterring theft, but fail to provide the physical proof of ownership needed for successful prosecution, which is the only way to break the cycle of theft. Southwire's proof-positive copper provides both of these key elements. Rightful ownership through identifying sales records are stored in a secure online database accessible to law enforcement, recyclers, and utilities 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
My role with Georgia Transmission is that of an investigator based upon my law enforcement experience and the contacts that I've gotten over the years. So I assist them in investigating the crimes that they've got with regards to copper theft specifically in the substations. We did have an incident that was in Hall County in the northern part of this state, one of our member EMCs, where we had a theft of copper wire that had occurred at a substation, and we replaced the wire with the proof positive wire, and about a week or so later we had another theft at the substation. We were fortunate in that we were able to get the sheriff's department out there pretty quick, and they made 2 arrests. On those arrests, we did find some of the proof positive wire that had been cut out of the station on the second incident that was in the vehicle of the people arrested, and through that and some other means, we were able to positively show that that was our wire, and the prosecutions went successfully from there. So we were quite pleased with that.
Recyclers are on the front lines of the copper theft epidemic. Copper of all shapes and sizes comes into the recycling shops daily, some of it legitimately recycled by the rightful owner. However, most utility-grade bare copper does not have identifying markings, and scale operators are uneducated when it comes to recognizing this gauge of wire. Proof-positive copper's tinned outer and center strands allow recyclers to easily spot potential stolen wire and take the necessary steps to verify true ownership. Stop the cycle of copper theft and protect your investments. Switch your substation grounding to proof-positive copper today and see what an impact it can have on your operations and maintenance budgets. Visit www.southwire.com/proofpositivecopper or contact your Southwire representative for additional information.